Hey, what's up, everybody? Joe Steele here, Crypto in the House. It is Monday, August 22nd. I'm going to jump right in with some crypto news. First thing we see here is USDC whale holdings. The percentage that we're seeing, according to Cointelegraph, the USDC tokens held by the whales, the largest addresses, have dropped to a 2-year low as Circle froze all Tornado Cash related assets. So various commentators out there in Twitter and what have you have suggested that users' funds may have shifted from USDC to USDT, given that correlation in the depth, decline and growth of each market cap of the stablecoins. I'm going to show you some data here from Glassnode that shows USDC held the top 1% of addresses. That did help hold those, reach a 22-month low. So basically, the on-chain data shows there's been a sell-off of USDC, but we'll look at the data here. So according to Glassnode, USDC percent supply held by top 1% addresses reached a 22-month low of 87.667. So the previous 22-month low was observed on the 20th of August, 2022. So something to be, are these whale games? What's going on? Something to sort of take note of and look out for in the future. And we shall see if there is a shift to USDT. From here, hodlnaut, which I've talked about this week pretty extensively, they reported a $193 million financial shortfall, seeking the court protection aforementioned. So basically, they reported this in a court affidavit filed earlier. This is from the block. Basically, on August 12th, they laid out what the company, they basically, froze any withdrawals August 8th. They put a blog post out talking about how 80% of its staff was laid off to conserve cash. Police were getting involved. It's kind of a wild ride going on for the hodlnaut company, but I thought it was important to share, obviously, as things come out in the news each day, and we will keep a close eye on that. But not a great time to be at hodlnaut. Basically, the affidavit is showing that there's an outstanding liability of about 281 US. Compared with their assets, they're only about 88 million US. So it creates a shortfall there. The financial position gives them basically asset to debt ratio of 31 cents on the dollar. So they are, really seeking some help, and who knows what will be the outcome, but I will stay on top of that for you all, because I feel like this is definitely an important story to stay on top of. Speaking of crackdowns and regulations coming, basically they're saying the $150 billion stablecoin market, lawmakers here in the US, the European Union, the UK, Japan, and others are considering rules to overhaul this sector in general. It's all being proposed right now. But basically they're saying, bring the issuers of the tokens, under the same financial regimes as payment providers. So, and again, breaking this down, Bloomberg does, more specifically, regulators say they want a say over these type of assets that a stablecoin providers can use to fill their coffers, and are expected to require more detailed disclosures and fully backed reserves. The changes could hurt some, but obviously, we are seeing some start to adapt and put out, more transparency, which is not a bad thing. Obviously, as we can all agree, more transparency will, I think, help just the industry as a whole. This is according to Seeking Alpha, the South Korean government. Now, if you get an airdrop on crypto, there may be a tax on that, a gift tax, essentially from 10 to 50%, depending. It's case by case. So, take that for what you will, but they will be, putting them up to 50% in some cases. So basically, the Ministry of Strategy and Finance said today that the taxation would be, again, that range 10 to 50%. But will be interesting there as well for these people in South Korea, going through all the stuff they're going through in the crypto world. I'm going to move into some real estate. This is going to be New York City centric right now, because I thought this story was pretty crazy. Most broker fees you see are in the 15% range. This dude has a tiny 1-bedroom here for $37.50 a month. Basically, saying he told his tenants that it was, rent stabilized would be only $17.25. Not calling out anyone specific. You can read the article if you want, but popped a $20,000 broker fee on that. So it's pretty remarkable if you look at what's going on in the city of New York. Rent is out of control. We experienced that a little bit a couple years ago throughout the country in major markets where there'd be basically bidding wars on rent. And according to the Post here, they're seeing long lines. They're seeing, just these little tiny, studio apartments and people in bidding wars again, like I mentioned. Basically, the city is just, running out of space to put these people in, and some landlords and brokers are clearly taking advantage of that here. And you can see some more. Here's from Jennifer Epstein at Bloomberg, a story she wrote, really, really, really good article. But, basically saying, hey, some of these people are like, I'm going to Boston, I'm getting out of the city because the bidding wars, the price, record highs, low vacancies, these peak rental seasons in the late summer. They're seeing some demand ease a bit, she says, but we're also seeing, still these crazy fights going on. And from Douglas Elliman here, Miller Samuel, you can kind of see a chart here from June of 2020 through June of 2022, how the rents kind of peaked during the summer of the pandemic, had a drop, and they're slowly on their way back out. So 6 consecutive months for the median rent hit new highs in New York City. Redfin put this out as well today, just from a home sales perspective. Home sales last month dropped 19% year over year, the lowest since mid 2020. Saying buyers backed off high mortgage rates, economic uncertainty, new listings were down, prospective sellers staying put as the price growth slowed. This breaks it down a little more. I'm going to link all these articles into the description. But again, home sales dropped 19.3% in July. So basically the lowest level since the beginning of the pandemic, when there was really nothing going on. The biggest annual decline in U.S. home sales in more than a year, reflection of this, high mortgage rate, uncertainty. Sales dipped over 4%, 6 straight months of decline. Some home buyers were basically priced out. Others, don't know where their values are going to be in their future. And basically these home prices increase at their slowest pace. So they're saying they only rose 7.7%. The single digits after 2 years of double digits is, this home buyer demand is what's driving it. And they're already saying, like I mentioned yesterday, they were in a housing recession to a degree. So we'll see where this all lands. I will keep on top of that, but that's a great article. If you're interested, again, I will link that in the description. And that is what I have for tonight. So, if you like this content, crypto, real estate, and when they intermingle, I love those stories, but you can't get that every day, and we will see that. Consider liking this video, consider subscribing to this channel. And I do these streams pretty much every day, and would love to hear your comments and engage with you and see how I can make this a better channel, because I feel like that is a very strong future here between crypto and real estate. And I think that we will see this become more aligned together than currently. So with that, everyone have a great night. Thank you again for taking the time to watch this, and I will see you all